A charity that places plaques in the landscape where an author has set an imagined scene. And this marks the 20th bookmark in the Canadian Literary Trail. And yes, Matthew Hady's book, The City Still Breathing, spoke to this place, this amazing literary community, the history of this place, all of the artists living and breathing here in this Northern Ontario city. This is our first bookmark in Northern Ontario, and we couldn't be more happy that it's here. It came to our attention through Kim Fauner's recommendation, and as our book reviewer in Nova Scotia said, she's very grateful to Project Bookmark Canada for introducing her to this author and this place. So people of the country will come to know this place through this bookmark. Lots of people already know about it, of course, but just adding our reach to that. So Helena and I want to say that we're so grateful for you for coming out today. When you say bookmark, people say, "Oh, what is that?" But it's actually just an opportunity to celebrate this place, this nation of ours, and our storytellers, and our readers, and our supporters, and our academics, and our organizations that promote literacy and reading, our government officials. And I want to acknowledge the mayor is here, Brian Bigger. Thank you for coming. And we also have Councillor Jocelyn Landriel. She's also here. So great. We appreciate that support because in our communities that we go into, we actually work with people. We raise money to pay for this, and we want to thank all of those who've done so, and to say that there's some pledge cards inside that you can sign to do that. We have a goal, and we'd love to meet it, and so thank you. So just to explain what's going to happen, we'd like to invite the mayor to say a few words, and then I will invite Kim to say a few words about why she nominated this particular passage, this particular book. And then we're going to have Matthew read the passage, and then we'll unveil it, and people can take photos if they like. And then we're going to move inside because there's going to be some readings by the current poet laureate and Matthew, and we're going to have some special stuff happen. We're going to have some food indoors, and thanks to everyone who supported that, HCI and others. So, did I forget anything?
Oh, we thank you for the great weather.
Yeah, what happened?
We came through rain.
That's crazy. I was here last night at the Place Melter event, which was phenomenal. I gotta say, go to that. Oh, that was so great. Wow. Yeah. It was really great. Eric Rose, Sudbury Zone, is someone I knew in my theater promoting days, and so it was a real delight to see him. And then, of course, Matthew interviewed him, which was so sweet. Anyways, I see now why everybody loves this guy. Just the sweetest. Is he blushing? Yeah. Okay, a little. All right. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome Mayor Bigger to the podium.
Thank you very much, and I did have a few notes that were prepared for today. Councillor Cormier had other commitments, so he's unable to attend today. But in fact, Jocelyn is a deputy mayor, so you have a mayor and deputy mayor here today. We've heard about this being the 20th location, and we're very, very proud to officially unveil this Canada Bookmark Project plaque here at this particular location. It's so important to us in the downtown in this location because there are a lot of things that are happening, and there's a whole future that we're very excited about of things that are happening and going to happen in our downtown. It's so fitting to be at this iconic restaurant, such a long history in our community. But you know, I think about what we're creating here in our downtown, and you know, it starts from the Indie Cinema to the School of Architecture and La Place des Arts, which we hope to have shovels in the ground this year. You know, to an updated public square at City Hall, a redesigned and friendly Elgin Greenway, the Brady Green Stairs. Across from us will be the Junction, which would be our new art gallery and a new main library, and a convention and performing arts center. So much programming that's happening and will be developed in our downtown. That's in addition to all of the existing galleries and studios and artists that thrive here in our downtown. So if anybody, I'm sure you probably, with this crowd, I'm sure most of you have all done the art crawl, and I know there's one coming up shortly, but it's something that, you know, so many Sudburyans need to know about, how much artistic, creative, musical talent there is in our downtown, and we just continue to build on that. You know, I really do want to thank Matthew Haiti for identifying this particular location in his book. And obviously it's where real and imagined landscapes meet. And to me, it represents all the creativity that's happening in our downtown, and we continue to try to build. So I also think about all the programming that goes on at St. Andrew's Place, the YMCA, the Parkside Center. There's so many things that are happening in the downtown, and I think that's what we all want to be known for in the future. So with that being said, I just want to thank Project Bookmark Canada, the staff of Greater Sudbury Public Libraries, all of the community supporters and sponsors for making this a reality for Matthew and our community. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. So he mentioned, Mayor, thank you very much, and Deputy Mayor, it's wonderful. The supporters, I just want to mention a few. So Kim recommended this passage when she was Poet Laureate, and that is an amazing program here in the city of Sudbury, so thank you. Also, we have partnerships here with the Sudbury Literary Council, the Council of the Arts, National Reading Campaign, of course. Sandy Crowley is here. We have the Reading Town, the Sudbury Reading Town, and we also have, no, my mind's just...
Woodstock.
Jessica, we mentioned the library, but also the Townhouse Tavern. A great partner is also, yep, I was just about to say that. Also a great partner is the Woodstock Literary Festival. And, you know, it just, these things don't happen without partnerships, so thank you very much. So, yeah. So we're going to be saying more about all of these people when we get inside, but, so, Kimberly Bonner, may you just join me for a minute? So this is the person responsible for all of this, and I just think you're a great writer and a great advocate for this city, and I just love that I met you and come to know all these people because of you. And I see Sudbury through Matthew's imagination, and it's even more interesting than I read about. It's so great here. So, Kim, can you speak for a minute about that, and then you can introduce Matthew?
Okay, so the reason I chose to, what I did was initially sent down a list of books. So there's a variety of literature sent down, but the one that did stand out is The City Still Breathing. So how many of you have read it? Put your hands in the air. So you know, if you've read it, that it's quite the story, and it's very rich with details. So you can actually read it, and if you've grown up here, or if you lived here for a long period of time, you'll remember specific things that have happened, and it's very vibrant that way. So the board in Toronto looked at it and decided the passage was perhaps, you know, suitable. There were a lot of passages from very different authors, poets, writers, French and English, and this was the one that was chosen. I've known Matt for 2.5 years since I did Playwrights Junction with you as a mentor. And I thought, I can't write plays, and now I'm writing plays. So you're a good mentor. And I'm blessed because I've had literary mentors who have become friends. So I'm really glad we're friends. I hope. So that's why I'm really happy that this is happening. So this is Matthew Haiti. It's not Heidi. It's Haiti. Here you go.
I won't take up too much more of our standing time because I know everybody wants to sit down. So I'll keep this really brief. I'll save my more elaborate thank yous for inside and torture you with them then. But I am very, very thankful to so many and for so much. First of all, to Kim, of course, because as Laurie said, this all started with her. Without Kim's drive to do this and her ability to be a warrior for the arts community here, this wouldn't have happened. But what I did want to say is, as I've been coming to terms with what this bookmark means, the thing that I think is most clear to me and humbling is that it's not about one person or one work, that I am honored and proud to be here just to represent the host of artists working here every day. We're all pushing the same boulder up the hill, and I'm just, and this book is just representing that, and I'm really, really thankful for that chance. And I'm thankful to Sudbury, because everything I've been working on pretty much for my entire life is grounded in this place and comes out of the ground underneath our feet. And that's what's on this plaque. So should I read this thing now?
Yes.
Okay. Can I say the bad word? Okay. I fear that there are no bad words. Standing on the red brick sidewalk outside the nickel bin, facing the tracks and train burping ash smoke into steel sky, Gordon thinks about the things he has lost. A long list ending with 2 boots. He tries to let it go, watching the engineer black-capped swing into the Bud car glacial steel surface, the car shunting. He tries to let it go. The brakes squeal and then crash. The cars impacting as the train reverses. Crash, shaking something loose in his brain. Crash, his nose bursting. Crash, the feeling of knuckles on bone. Make sure the gloves come off. Grab with your left, cock the right. You want to get a good one right there on the cheekbone. Leave a shiner. Tattoo the fucker so everyone knows you got him. Crash, laying in with the shoulder. Crash, the sound of a body hitting the ice. The years crashing together. Thank you.
Thank you. If I could have you two here, the mayor and deputy mayor, please, and Helena and Linda. Okay, great. And we're gonna unveil it. So I'm gonna put the mic down. Thank you for the mic, by the way, Derek. Okay, bye.
I always have a better one.
I just know it.